Tamara, welcome to the Salcedo show. You say?
Yes, I'm actually with the Grapevine-Colleyville Independent School District's parents group that is fighting critical race theory in the schools, and this is where school board elections matter. The school boards determine who is the superintendent, and that controls what goes on in the school. We have critical race theory in our schools that we are fighting, and Principal Whitfield of CHHS, Colleyville Heritage High School, went on NBC5 and said, "Help, I'm being attacked by racists. I need to save my job." We were at the school board meeting last week showing tons of information from Freedom of Information Act requests that dozens of parents had put in, proving that they have been taking teachers to implicit bias and critical race theory training and teaching, like equity in math, back in 2019. And when the principal of a middle school and the principal of a high school takes 30 teachers from a school on a teacher training day to the training, when they're having the head of the AVID program, which is a study skills program, teaching the student leaders about what's race got to do with it, so that they can then lead student seminars on critical race theory and social justice and equity, and then they say, well, it's student voice. The kids are doing this. You're taking a study program intended to help them learn how to take notes and give presentations and politicizing it. And that goes all the way back to 2019 under former AVID program head Caitlin Kenter.
Wow.
We were at the school board meeting going, here's all the evidence. And then he does the NBC interview and says, there's no CRT. Oh, and sob story, they told me to take down a semi-racist thing on my social media. Well, the reason people were going through his social media feed was he's been posting, "I'm an ally for anti-racism," that is separate from sending a 6-page pro-BLM email to all the parents on the school system.
And we all know, Tamara, that BLM is racist. So if this school administrator is supporting BLM, he's supporting a racist organization and a Marxist organization. And this, boy, did you just make my point?
The superintendent backed him up.
I know.
We went through their check register. We went through a lot of the training, some of which they were bragging about on Facebook and Twitter 2 years ago, until they locked their accounts and shut it down because parents were going, of course you did it. You said on your Twitter feed 2 years ago you did.
But see, isn't this exactly what we've been talking about? The parents don't want racism taught in the government-run schools. But you elect these socialists, these Democrats, who say, once I get elected to either school board or to Congress or to the Texas State Legislature, we don't give a damn what you people think, and we're going to do whatever the hell we want anyway. And in this case, it's not infecting our children with a virus, it's infecting our children's minds with hate. And that's exactly what they're doing. Boy, you just made the entire point entirely. And why I believe every one of those Democrats who voted for these school board members, every one of the Democrats who voted for their legislators, who voted for Dallas County, Travis County, or their elected representatives in Washington, they owe us all an apology. Give us the name of the administrator again who is introducing critical race theory without the permission of parents.
Dr. Robin Ryan.
Dr. Robin Ryan.
And our website is GCISD Grapevine-Colleyville Independent School District, parents.com. This has everything on. They've spent several $1 million on the critical race theory training, the teacher training in equity, and that's in the past 2 years that we've been able to identify. But they somehow didn't have the money for when we said, hey, cut the training and give the teachers a $1,000 raise. The superintendent posted on the website last week in response to the school board meeting, we will talk about cutting expenditures, but we will not cut the critical race theory or the curriculum realignment they are doing for LEAD 2021, where they are realigning the entire curriculum for consistent messaging in equity, while saying, well, we don't teach CRT, that's a college-level course.
Whatever.